Hello, my friends. It is I, Katie the Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel, improviser, actor, director, writer, dog mom extraordinaire. What are your monikers for identification? What do you do with yourself? How would you describe yourself in a public forum such as this? Why am I talking thusly? For theatrical, comedic reasons. Now, I have your 3-card spread. Hi, friends. What? We're shooting this on Thursday. What? Well, as it turns out, the lovely and talented Leslie, who assists me in all things technical, cheers to you, Leslie, has what we like to call in the professional field a life and wants to live it. And so she won't be able to be here with us tomorrow, Friday, to help me produce a 3-card spread on Friday. Now, I usually been doing 3-card spreads Mondays and Fridays for y'all, but I've skipped the last couple Fridays because I also have a life. What? It's true. But I really wanted to get one out for you this week. So I've got your 3-card spread. I have opened the Akashic records of y'all folks. What I do each time is I open the records of anyone and everyone who will see this video and benefit from it. From that space, I'm shuffling. I pull the 3 cards. I stop shuffling when I get the guidance to stop shuffling. And then this is your spread. So in the recent past, my friends, you have hit rock bottom with something. Maybe it's behavioral, something you do habitually. Maybe it's mental, a thought pattern. Maybe it's an emotional pattern. There's been some kind of rock bottom. In the present moment, you're getting an education, you're learning about something, growth, probably the stuff you're hitting rock bottom with, and the outcome is the goblins card. Let's talk about what this means. So in the recent past, okay, surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. Here's the rock bottom card. It looks like a scary card. It can be a scary place to be. Let's be real. It can be very scary to have hit bottom with anything. But what you have to understand about hitting bottom is there's nowhere to go but up. You can languish and get into your self-pity and stay down there at the bottom and be like, I'm so terrible, look at me terribly at the bottom. But you can also go, well, it can't get worse than this, so what if I take any action to get the hell out of this situation? Did you know that any action is better than no action? Take one step today to take yourself from the bottom to the top. One step. And that will build your esteem. The action of taking the step builds your esteem, not the thinking about it or the figuring it out or wondering what you should do. It's the taking the action that builds the esteem. So take one step today to get yourself out of the bottom. All right. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall, or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. A new direction and a new strategy. That's a whole reworking of the whole system. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear, like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. A miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go of what? The addictive behavior you've been in, the addictive cycle you've been in, the thing you've been hitting rock bottom with. If you let go of it completely, a miracle will occur. If you hang on to it, there's no room energetically for a miracle to occur. People always like to come to like healing processes and recovery processes with a perspective of, how can I hang on to this old behavior pattern and get what I want? And the fact is, in order to change something, you have to change something. There's another way to say that. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you don't do something differently, you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. If you want something different, you have to do something different. Okay, so you've hit rock bottom. Where are you now? In the present moment, you're getting an education. Apparently, you're being taught by a white bird and a little elf guy that's coming out of your book. Let's see what the bird and the elf have to say. Education. Life is filled with lessons. Be teachable. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school, ask a person who might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the next right action might be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is a time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions. Be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all. I don't know yet. So the education card is always about, we need more information, but we need more information with help. None of us, myself deeply included, can do this life alone. I need so much help. I'm constantly checking in with people. How did you do this? What did you do about that? What would you say about this? Here's where I am. I wonder what's next. Processing, reaching out, asking for help, being teachable, having the humility to take a class, join a thing, ask a person. It takes humility to admit we don't know. It's vulnerable to say, I don't know. But as the card reminds us, we're just saying, I don't know yet. I'm willing to know. I'm open to knowing. I just don't now. I like how she says this. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school. Now you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions. So what are your preconceived notions that are stopping you from getting the education you need? What ideas do you have about yourself or the people you might reach out to that stop you from doing so? You might examine those. Cheers. This one's for you guys. The first one was for Leslie. This one's for you. All right, and the outcome card. Boopity beep boop 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 ba. Goblins. Ooh, goblins. Let's see what the hell this is about. Now remember, outcome card. This one is like for 5 days. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, from that moment on, sometimes you gotta sing. As you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. The goblins, that is. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. You know that negativity or negative thinking is one of the character defects on the character defects list in the 12-step recovery programs. Meaning, like, I think we tend to think of negative thinking as like, I don't know how people tend to think of it. I know for me, it can just grip me and I can just think it's reality. But when you look closely at negative thinking, it's actually a choice we're making. It's often, Squeezle says hi. Hello. We have to shift her on the lap sometimes. It's an unconscious choice, negative thinking, that we often make. But the card is reminding us we can become conscious of our negative thinking and choose not to. You can choose hope today. You can choose possibility today. That doesn't mean, let's be very clear, you have to go into toxic positivity or you have to deny the pain you're in. If you're in pain, you have injuries and trauma, that's a real thing and you need to feel into it and you need probably some help processing it. But you can have hope around it. It will get better, you could choose to believe. If I commit to my path, I will heal. Or you can stay in the negative thinking, but that is a choice. Again, it's a choice we're usually making unconsciously out of trauma habits. but we can become conscious of it. And here we are doing that right now. So let's just look at this again. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. So, in other words, here's how I hear this whole spread as a whole. You've hit bottom with something recently. You're getting an education right this moment in the present about what to do about it, about what's needed, about what's required, about what actions you have to take, about what behaviors you have to stop. You're being encouraged to reach out and get some help from somebody, a school or a person or people who know more than you on the topic. And the outcome is it's going to be triggering. It's going to be tricky business. Your fear is going to come up. Your self-doubt is going to come up. Your negativity is going to come up. But you don't have to listen to it. Remember, look, I like how she says it. She says, goblins are born. And when we're talking about goblins here, it's the metaphoric goblins of negativity, self-harm, self-hate. Blah, blah, blah. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, from that moment on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows, the goblins of negativity. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you are lacking what you need. So these are the things that come up for us when we hit bottom, get an education, reach out, start to get some help. The negativity comes up. But this is a reminder that just because negativity comes up doesn't mean A, it's true, or B, that you have to listen to it. People think that whatever thought or feeling moves through their body is valuable. If I listened to every thought and feeling that came through my body, I would never leave that bed. I would be in the bed forever. I have to choose which thoughts and feelings to listen to. I choose the ones that bring me more aliveness, more empowerment, more sense of self and connection to me, more success, more beauty, more joy, more peace, more love. I choose actions that bring me those results because I'm aware of the potency of the goblins and the power of the lies they tell. You are not obligated to listen to every negative thought that goes through your head. You get to choose. So, hitting rock bottom is a good thing because it makes you humble enough to be teachable, reach out for help, and just know that when the goblins come up, you ain't gotta listen. When you're ready to do some energy work, some healing, some processing, some integration, when you're ready for some guidance and direction, katierubin.com, as always. I'll be here Monday with another 3-card spread for you. We are hopping over to TikTok. What? We're also going to be here forever, but we're going to be on TikTok. Just want to let people know. With the podcast, All the Answers podcast. So I think it's All Answers Pod is what we are on TikTok. And I'm going to be doing these 3-card spreads there as well. Also, we're going to be releasing sections, video sections and audio segments from the podcast every week. So if you haven't started listening to All the Answers, it's free everywhere you get podcasts, All the Answers. It's my friend Cassidy Jamal Brown and myself being funny and sassy and irreverent and deeply spiritual, trauma healing, Akashic records. So it's comedy and spirituality and healing all together, and we have a great time. Hop on over and join us. It's goddamn